Show.
Yes, it is.
You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't booty.
It's hashtag Wrestlepals.
There ain't no stopping us now. We celebrate on the floor. Top down, we're ready to go. To all the people across every nation, turn it up and give me some more.
Woo! Woo!
Whoa.
We're grown men talking about wrestling. Grown men talking about wrestling. Hi, everybody. We're hashtag Wrestlepals. How are you? Why won't they answer me?
They're mad that Finn Balor is still not in the line.
No, fair enough. Hey, everybody, look. It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
It's you. It's you. That's our fake names. Hey, Justin, that's your fake name.
Is it?
Hashtag WrestlePal Justin is your fake name, Justin.
I'm committed, Nathan. Hashtag commitment.
You should be. Okay, first. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna
Come
finish
back.
the intros. We're gonna discuss you.
Being a grown man,
You.
talking about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
No, this is more serious than wrestling,
Okay.
as are most things. Hi, everybody. I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate. I also am a grown man, technically, talking about wrestling. Technically, not necessarily technical wrestling. Necessarily wrestling, technically, but not necessarily technical wrestling.
Say again?
Technical wrestling?
Yeah, could you get the word technical in there a couple more times? I do.
Technically, no.
Okay. That's fine. You alright?
I liked it. I don't care. Justin, you have a problem.
I do?
Like, you don't... dude. Okay, look. When I come in and the first thing you say to me is, hey, man, I got a problem. But then you smile and laugh. It's like, I know it's not a problem that you're ready to work on yet, though it probably should be. I know that this problem that you have is bad.
It's not. What's bad about that?
Is it related to her?
Hashtag.
I'm not saying her name. Don't say her name. Did not mention it. You do not speak evil into this show, Justin.
Evil? Evil?
Am I pronouncing it wrong? What's her name?
V-I-L. You put V-I-L backwards. It's Liv! Who I love Liv Morgan!
It worked out well.
Oh, yeah.
Like Bailey stopped singing and went away.
Yeah.
She left. She
Hashtag-
knows.
Hashtag commitment.
she
Look
knows
how
it's
happy
over.
she looks, Nathan. Look how happy. Look how happy she is.
What the hell are you doing? That's your actual phone.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's my actual hashtag commitment. Look how happy she is.
I got a picture of a floor that I liked somewhere.
That's how happy.
That was a floor that I
That
saw
makes
somewhere.
me so happy seeing
I
her
saw a
that
floor.
happy.
I was very committed to the floor.
It makes me happy seeing her happy.
Justin,
You keep ignoring that.
Justin,
Yes.
this is a question I'm not comfortable asking anybody, let alone another man as we talk about wrestling. A grown man who talks about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to regret this,
Okay.
but I'm going to ask you to do this for me, okay?
Mhm.
Can you stick your tongue out for me?
I think. Yeah, it's gone.
It's still
'Cause
some
I
bl-
did-
it's still some damn blue on your tongue, Justin. Why is her tongue blue?
She likes the color blue.
Doesn't matter as long as you're talking about her.
Exactly. My friend texted me the other day. Like,
Yeah?
Why is her tongue blue? I don't get it. And I was like, well, you're asking about it, aren't you?
You asked about her specifically in a sea of women wrestlers
We're all killing it right now.
who are all amazing. What can we do to stand out? I don't know, something simple that you don't even have to think about.
Do you
My tongue's blue. Hey,
you
what's up?
do you follow her on the Twitter or on Instagram or anything?
Well, no, but you share her on every sort of social media,
Mm-hmm.
as if to promote
Her?
a what?
Her and my love for her.
All right, look, hey.
Oh, I get what you're trying to fish out of me. Okay. I love Liv Morgan.
I didn't really want you to.
Happy to. Everyone's saying, "Oh, stop it, Nate."
Yeah, no. Stop it. Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm the problem.
Mhm.
I'm just a grown man talking about wrestling. Brought to you by Zions.
Good point. We didn't get that out there in the open.
Actually, completely
you
and totally
drinking?
not brought to you by Zions. I'm gonna call it Zions. I guess. I don't know.
Coffee Zions.
If they made Zions, that'd be fantastic. I'm sure. I need a little more Zions in my coffee. You pour that shit in here, I'm gonna be so pissed. Stop it. Bad sell? Was that a bad sell?
I'm pouring it in my mouth.
I'm trying to make you laugh so that fizzy garbage comes out your nose and hurts you. Not that it's fizzy garbage.
It's not-
Also, a bad sell. I'm not
Nathan.
doing a good sell for them this week. I don't know. It's in the can. Enjoy.
Do you know why I love?
Also, in the can. Not really good tagline either.
do you know why I
Don't
love
tag
Liv
in the
Morgan?
can. What?
Do you know why I love Liv Morgan?
I want you to look, Justin. I want you to analyze the last sentence you just said there. You asked me a question, but it wasn't an inquisitive question. It was a telling question. You told me a lot with your question.
Yeah.
The fact that you confuse the words live and love because they're synonymous to you now. That's a goddamn problem.
No, it's
You're
not.
a grown ass man trying to talk about wrestling. We're trying to be serious here and be grown ass men talking about wrestling.
She is the live of my life, Nathan. I don't know what you want me to do about that.
You ever wonder why no one likes us? I think I know.
Why is that?
Well,
Nate, bad for branding.
Fucking what? Who? Why?
Oh, you know.
No, I don't.
Don't act like you don't know.
Good Christ. Hold on. I'm going to drink. I can't deal with you yet. This is like weekly therapy session for you. I'm trying to make sure you're still healthy and not a threat to the public. And only to yourself.
I'm healthy and not a threat.
That's exactly what a healthy person has to say. I'm healthy and not a threat.
Well,
Facebook.com/WrestlePalsVA.
you can watch it every week.
What?
Watch my sanity. See how sane I am. Okay, look.
Sanity is saner than you.
Are you serious? Like, how am I not supposed to love that?
Is
Have
it
you
a different-
lost your mind?
Is it a different picture? Or
No.
is it the same picture?
Well, okay. This is the other one.
Still don't care.
This is the other one.
What the hell is wrong with you, man?
What do you mean?
Like, it's weird. Like, okay,
No, it's
we've
not.
discussed hashtag these ghouls, not the band, the actual ghouls
Uh-huh.
that mostly populate Twitter, and also Instagram's pretty ugly too. That
Yeah.
follow, and you are like weirdly wholesome, and that bothers me more. Like if you came in and said, excuse me, this may be not. I'm trying not to be vulgar, but if he were the typical internet ghoul, I don't know that. But is that a thing they do? Yeah. Other words like
That is a Justin thing. I'd be like, that butt.
yeah, but you
I used
say
to do
that
that with
about like
Bailey.
your friends too.
Yeah. Well,
And it creeps us all out and makes us all feel a little weird. It's like, all right, I mean, I appreciate the compliment because you're not going to like follow through on it and there's no ill intent behind it. And that's okay. It's weirdly wholesome when you say, okay, bad example. So the regular ghouls say something along the lines of, I don't know, I don't know what they do. That's probably good on me. That reflects well on me. I'm not stupid. I'm just a good person. You know what? This turned into really self-analytical right quick.
Ugh, I totally want a banger.
Oh, well, I mean,
That's a ghoulish thing to say.
the letter D, it is known in some random
It is known as-
configuration.
It is known as like the ghoul thing to say.
It is
It is
the-
known.
That's the ghoul thing to say?
Yeah, well, because
Is that
what
how
it
ghouls
implies,
greet each other?
It is known.
On the rare... It's not even a secret handshake. It's just them walking down the street. It is known. It's known. It's like they go to their ghoul church, and that's the thing they say.
It is known.
And it is known. It is known. They respond in unison. I don't remember Catholic Church. I don't remember how it works.
Well, they're not Catholics. They're ghouls.
They're ghouls.
They're ghoulic.
Cooling. But what's wait? Did he play for the Raiders?
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Justin.
Nathan,
Wow. Okay. Let's.
do you know why I love her?
I don't know whether you said love or live.
Well, she is life. By the way, I did write song number 1 for the These Ghouls EP.
Song
Live
number
is-
1 is that a Blur song?
No.
Okay. Oh, number 2.
Hashtag
okay.
Live is Life, the upcoming EP from These Ghouls.
Wait, hold on.
Kicks are fire.
I'm
I'm writing an EP for her.
I'm not like struggling
At least
here.
a song.
I'm not.
At
I'm not
least a
struggling with
song.
things to say. I have many things I can say, and I often run off at the mouth. It happens. I'm processing what you said. I'm listening. This is active listening. This is. I'm. We're having a. I'm going to say conversation. Seems to be the
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
Justin,
Nathan.
these ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
Your pretend band that
not pretend.
I know
It's
it's not.
real.
That's the thing. Your pretend band that has
There's
become
now
real.
11 songs, at least.
For Christ's sake.
10
it's
for
not,
pic-
it's not an EP anymore, then, is it?
Well,
I'm having a logical conversation with this animal.
the LP.
I'm sorry, grown
Is-
man who what watches the wrestling.
Listen, Nathan.
I'm listening.
I'm telling you.
You're telling me.
Pickles and Cereal.
Pickles and what?
Pickles and Cereal is the LP, is the 10 songs.
Okay.
Hashtag Live His Life is the EP, and those are all going to be songs about Liv Morgan. Or for Liv Morgan, I
So
should
now
say.
you're up to 2 records or 1.5?
1.5.
1.5.
So the EP may only be like 3 or 4 songs.
As well, it should be. It's the special insert, the fan club. If you join the Justin Wilson fan, you're damn near close to having a fan club. Patreon.com/Oh Hi Justin.
Yeah.
It's the goddamn
Somebody
Justin
likes
Wilson fan club.
somebody likes Ruru Jody, actually, who is a supporter of a patron on patreon.com/Oh Hi Justin, likes Ruru loves FTC.
Well, she do. It's just factual of that song. It's like right up there with other factual songs like The Star Spangled Banner and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
And
Ru-
Kicks Are Fire.
Ruru and
Ruru loves FTC and Kicks Are Fire.
are you FTC? Is this?
No, that's French Toast Crunch.
Oh, for fuck.
Ruby does love French Toast Crunch. That's the hook. Don't act like you don't know.
Okay.
She's the live of my life, Nathan.
Perhaps we should get serious
Yeah.
and be grown men talking about wrestling. ... Stupid. Drink.
I'm not Zioned up enough.
You're not. And I'm more scared and perplexed than engaged and manic. My usual. Justin.
Today's Wednesday, right? Today's the day Liv hibernates. So she's not very active on the social media.
Hibernates.
Hmm?
Do I need to explain how hibernation works to you? Because this means she's going to wake up in the spring. And I'm going to say these 2 words, and I'm not proud of the combination of words.
Mm-hmm.
Shit plug. Okay, that's enough.
I'm going to pin that for later, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Christopher Brown, because that's something I'd definitely like to come back to.
Yeah, man.
So,
I saw that.
another rash of injuries have hit the wrestling world.
Including some big uns, man. Like, injuries happen quite often. It's
Yeah,
not something...
it's part of the business.
And there's always contingency plans as far as...
It's not touch football.
I got hurt really bad playing... Never mind. That was flag football. Different. Man sport. Justin.
Uh-huh.
I say your name as a crutch now. It's terrible. this is right up there with my terrible
Clearing your throat.
Liam.
Oh,
It's the best.
that's your other crutch.
Yeah, but then I felt like I was yelling at your kid after a while. It's not good. I don't want to. I feel like I almost have to do. I either have to do a companion one. Is it? And that sounds mean
weird.
too. I know, right? Now I'm just yelling at your children.
Don't do that.
What am I? Okay,
They're good kids.
they are. They are. Justin. So
It's almost like a reset too, though.
I know,
so.
right? It's like let's clear the table.
Okay.
I knocked shit on the floor. Cool. Justin, sorry.
Mhm.
Just let me have a run at this, all right?
Okay.
We had a rash of injuries, and they were. It happens often enough that you notice when it happens. But every company seems to do a pretty decent job of. I don't want to say covering it up, putting it under the rug, and like moving on. But that's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah.
The show always does go on.
The show goes on. Perfect example. Ruby Riott injured. Like Ellie just said in the chat.
Mhm.
Thankfully, it appears it's nothing serious. Maybe a month, maybe 2.
Right.
So not enough to disband Riot Squad.
Thank God.
But in the meantime, who's getting a chance to shine?
Mm-hmm.
Liv Morgan. Like she's doing fantastic.
That's a legitimate observation. Continue.
She's being fantastic. She's getting a chance to work with Ember Moon
Mhm.
and putting on
And
2
then-
straight great matches.
And Sarah Logan's losing the accent.
Yeah.
Also injured. Her accent.
I don't think she needs it.
She got hit right in the backwoods of Kentucky.
But
Good. She doesn't need it.
no. And, they're going to get this time to shine a little bit on their
Mm-hmm.
own. And when Ruby comes back, they're going to be stronger as a unit.
Yeah, each one individually stronger. Like, I gotta tell you, with like Absolution had the whole thing with the 3 of them: Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Paige. They were vastly overshadowed by Paige in that moment.
Absolutely.
She was a big name coming back with some hired guns
Mm-hmm.
that didn't really get to show off or do anything. You know what? Even though they haven't been featured much, and they certainly haven't had a push, they've had a little bit here and there of the 2 of them getting to be themselves.
Yeah.
Sonya going out to be there, I hate to say like lower level badass, but she wouldn't have gotten to shine like that in Absolution. It would have been a unit that may have gone on to something and then would have eventually broke up. And with Paige already having that kind of star power, those 2 might have gotten swept under the rug after a while. And Corey Graves will get Mandy Rose over
Yes.
on reactions alone. Fantastic. Nothing I want more than just to be told to shut up by him. I mean, as opposed to everybody else.
So I should get a T-shirt that says "Shut up, Nathan." Shut up, Nathan.
I did link that. Okay, I'm just like meandering. It's kind of off the evergreen subject, if you will. But the debate sparking up again on styles. I ain't talking AJ. I'm talking more what is considered a more dangerous style, the more flippy style.
But just real quick,
Yeah,
because
what's up?
another couple injuries popped up in WWE. Goldust on both of his knees. Now that
Not so much injury as a scheduled surgery.
yeah, and
Working hurt and trying to
Yeah.
get to a point where you can take that
and
time.
you figure at his age, I mean, at some point, age is going to catch up with him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an older gentleman, and I mean, he's still terrific in the ring. But
He's in
like,
the best shape he's been in his
Oh, yeah.
life.
But
He can have that surgery now and be okay on the other side of it.
yeah, and hopefully speedy recovery.
Mhm.
The one that's crushing, and Jenny mentioned it in the chat.
Who?
Is
Continue.
Fandango?
Yeah.
Seems to be like a shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
6 months. I mean, they weren't really on television, so it's hard to be like crushed about it.
But they had a thing.
They had a thing, and I'm sure I don't watch Main Event anymore, but I'm sure they've been wrestling on Main Event,
Mhm.
which is the one advantage that Raw has to SmackDown is they have all these people that can still wrestle on Main Event and still get matches every week.
Yeah.
I mean, again, not really derailing. They weren't on television. I mean, this is actually how they started. Like, Dango was hurt, and Breeze was like, "Well, let's do something."
We can either sit here and flounder and get forgotten about and then cut, or we can make the most of a dumb and terrible situation. Cool, I'm a model and you're a dancer. Also, we can't wrestle at the moment really all that much. I got an idea. And I'll be damned if you didn't.
So I'm hoping, already working on that T-shirt.
Which one?
Shut up, Nathan. We sold some stickers, by the way.
You've gotta be.
Two of
what?
them. A So Jeff and a Mr. Prefect.
Okay, Mr. Prefect.
Because he's absolutely prefect.
Absolutely. Prefect. Throws up the towel, drops it. Spits his gum, misses, and he lands on the ground.
Made a whopping 40 cents off of it.
Word up, 40. Good goddamn cents.
Mhm.
Hi.
So there was a bigger injury, the G1 special, and we'll talk about this on the other side of it.
Mhm.
But the G1 special in USA,
It was the one of the Cow Palace, right?
yeah, it was this weekend,
Mhm.
and
Well, shame they didn't get to like completely sell the place out, but they got a
was a
lot of
pretty big-
they got a lot of damn seats filled in there.
Yeah.
Good.
yeah,
It's a
yes.
major.
And they have a bunch of other U.S. dates.
Mhm.
I don't know if you saw that, but like going through November, they're coming back several times this year,
Yeah.
like August and November, I think. That's big, man. I like that. I mean, it's all West Coast. We're not going to get to see it, but
Well, still, I mean, that's closer. I mean, it's on the same continent. The
Yeah.
land mass is the same, which, you know what? That's an improvement. That's an improvement for us.
now, Hiromu Takahashi wrestled against Dragon Lee.
Mhm.
A stellar match. I guess we can talk a little bit about the match here.
Yeah.
And I don't often agree with Cornette, but the spot that Takahashi gets injured in,
Yeah.
completely unneeded. And furthermore, the thing that bums me out about it is because I wasn't familiar with Dragon Lee at all.
Uh-huh.
You told me that that's actually a spot that's him. He does that.
Yeah, it's one of his more signature things. Phoenix Plex.
So
I
how do
believe
you
it's called.
How do you f that up?
I don't know, man. I'm hoping it was an accident and not.
I assume so.
There's a difference between accident, negligence, and just unfortunate circumstances. Because if you saw the spot, right? Somebody ever link that to you? The what actually happened? I wouldn't say show it or anything, and I wouldn't recommend anybody really watch it either.
I didn't.
It's like
watch,
I remember when the Paraguayo thing went down. It's like, oh hey, look at this. Cool, the man is deceased at this point. Sweet,
Yeah.
thanks for letting me watch that.
I mean, I watched the match. I saw it happen in the match, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that looks bad.
Yeah, and then
He kept going. He
Yeah.
like looked a little bit dazed and whatnot, but he still wrestled a goddamn.
apparently collapsed backstage.
Yeah,
which one might when they break their neck.
yeah. But yeah, the whole thing he had is he was up on the shoulders, then pulled down with the head cradled, and then like suplex back, and it's supposed to be like onto the shoulders
Yep.
with the neck cradled in, and I'm hoping Dragon Lee's like fingers slipped and let go of it
Yeah.
instead of just I got excited and oops, sorry about your head. But Takahashi went like straight down on the top of his noggin, dude. And it was an ugly look, and they kept right on rolling, which is insane. But I mean that says something about the style and the performers that you get out of New Japan.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. It's going to hurt. You very likely could be injured at any moment, and your job is to finish and finish well. This is a very like terse way to say it. You can die later, but I'm sorry, you have to finish this, and you have to save face. You have to sell to the back, and then you can do whatever, and it'll be okay. But
It's hard to remove personal feelings from this because, I mean, I'm sure I would still be like, oh man, I don't know if it was needed. If it was anybody, if it happens to anybody.
well, and if it goes well, you give it a
even
little bit of a
notice.
pass, and it's like, oh yeah, it's one of those things to do. Ain't
Yeah.
a thing.
But I've fallen in love with the ticking time bomb,
Dude,
man.
yeah.
He's amazing.
Like when we started jumping into New Japan a little bit, it was like I don't think it was too far after like the Shibata thing, and we got to go back and watch Shibata after the fact and be like, oh man, wow, that guy is amazing. Oh, it's really a shame, but we, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it happened for you, but he was my favorite, dude, my absolute favorite, because he was just insane and a goddamn maniac, and it's like he was able to push his character through any sort of language barrier and just be a transcendent weirdo, and it was an admirable thing. I'm talking about it like in the past tense, as though he's passed or that his career's completely over, but he's been one of our favorites.
I hadn't seen this
Mhm.
Christopher Brown shares with us
Oh, the thing that New Japan posted
Yeah.
earlier today?
on July 7th during the G1 special in San Francisco event, Hiromu Takahashi sustained a neck injury and was taken to San Francisco hospital for evaluation.
Mhm.
Takahashi was able to return to Japan today
Yeah.
and will proceed with treatment. We apologize for the delay in publishing this debate. They just wanted to make sure he was going to be able to get home.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Again, the terminology they're using is encouraging,
yeah.
but they're also fairly secretive about that kind of stuff. Neck injury.
Yeah.
I mean, but the way it looked, it's one of those things. The way it looked is like, if, God forbid saying these type of things, if he had died in that moment, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah.
If he had just kept on wrestling and it was like, I just took a little bit of a bump, no big deal, I would not have been surprised. It's one of those spots, one of those like right on the edge of risk versus reward, safety versus glory kind of things where it's right in that line and you ended up on the wrong side of it. Hopefully not too far on the other side of it. But yeah, they're saying neck injury. They're saying he was alert and conscious, saying he was able to move some extremities, and they've been able to get him back to Japan. So this is all very encouraging things so far. And the happiest bit, well, not necessarily happiest bit, but it's like one of the most encouraging things that I saw was X-Pac tweeting on Twitter. Did you happen to see that? He said he had a similar type of neck injury.
Oh, okay. Well,
And once it healed up, he came back, and that was some of the best time of his career. He was
Okay.
able to refine and recover and come back, and it's just a matter of how bad it is and what the road to recovery looks like. And
interesting thought from Christopher Brown. You've got to think he's got as much damage to his neck as Austin or Edge did, and that would
very
be a
well could
bummer.
be.
Now, Austin came back from neck issues twice. I
Uh-huh.
mean, and both of them did. Both of them came back from neck issues, but both of them had to leave. Edge would have been, without a shadow of doubt, one of the best to ever strap up the boots if he
Yeah.
didn't have to. If he didn't have to retire.
Yeah.
Like absolutely.
He still may be.
Well, I mean, he's in the conversation. If somebody brings up Edge into the conversation, I'm not going, Edge. What's the
What are
matter
you
with
talking about him for?
Now, the only reason he wouldn't enter the conversation from me is because length.
Mhm.
Like, if he was still doing it now, then he would absolutely be in that conversation. One of the best heels of all time, period.
Especially with that beard. What's that?
And I mean, Austin, he was just so massive that, like, I mean, you look at his career, it wasn't like his career at the top was not long.
But you talk about those things. It also comes back to kind of the contrast in styles too.
Mm-hmm.
Austin was a brawler. Edge was more, I guess you'd put him more technical.
Well, yeah.
And
Once
Takahashi,
once he
they
got
said that
singles.
he's that junior heavyweight, high flying style.
move.
Constant kinetic energy,
Mhm.
all through a very long and grueling match, mixed in with the ideals of strong style, where you take the hard hits
Yeah.
because that looks real, because it is.
Yeah.
If Austin or Edge worked those styles, do they come back and continue those styles? Can Takahashi come back to that style? Or, because we're also seeing that, I mean, granted, this was more concussion issue. We look at Daniel Bryan coming back.
Yeah.
He was talking about the
Had
whole time
neck
he was
issues,
out.
too.
He's modified his style a bit, and it's been okay.
Yeah. Still very exciting.
But he's a masterful performer. Says, okay, these are the tools I have. Here's what I'm going to do with them. So maybe Takahashi comes back and he's more psychological,
Maybe. Which could be fun.
because he's not far off from that right now. He was a man with like every single tool in the available to him. What he used were the most powerful, high flying, crazy tools, man.
Yeah.
And kind of did him in, but for how long we don't know.
Bringing
And
up,
does that change who he is or what he does in the future?
well, the great thing, I mean, Hiromu definitely puts out great matches.
Yeah.
But like the character is what brings me in.
Yeah.
He can amplify that a little bit more and pull back on some of the crazier stuff. And I think
that's how you end up with Tai Chi, who you love.
yeah, I love Tai Chi.
I know you do. I know you do.
I want to see more of him.
I
so
know
bad.
you do. But he has that mask, so you can't see him.
Yes. Wonder if he's related to Cena.
I don't know. I'd have to get a good look at the two of them, and well, that
I've never seen Cena before.
just ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. you brought it, we were talking about Austin a little bit, but him breaking his neck against Owen is part of what puts him towards the brawler. Because before that, he was a technical wrestler still. I mean,
isolate a body part. Work
Yeah.
it, work it, work it, work
and
it.
I mean, you know, he was moving towards a brawler anyway, because that's what the Stone Cold character was a brawler. But he still had technical wrestling in him. In that feud with Owen, he was still a technical wrestler. Breaks his neck, comes back. He's got to be a brawler because he has to be. You keep looking at the screen, you're worrying me like something's
No,
happening.
everything's fine. I just want to make sure the door wasn't in the shot or anything.
No.
But I wanted to get us some air at the same time.
Let's see.
But in the WWE, WWF, you're able to change that style a little bit. You're able to get more over on character. New Japan seems to be more style first.
Yeah.
And then you could do the character work on top of that and see if you want to add on to that. But where do the styles meet, or do they ever meet? Does New Japan always stay that high? Because when an injury comes out of New Japan, it's goddamn
Pretty-
career-ending, dude.
Devastating.
When an injury happens in WWE, Fandango says, "Oh, I'll probably be out 6 months. I got to get this surgery." Goldust goes out. It's like, well, we've been holding off on this for a while. They've been wearing down, and, you know, this might give me a little bit more time here at the end of whatever, blah, 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 blah. When you get injured in New Japan, it's like, hope they live.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Um.
And that's that kind of threat to life and personal safety is a lot of more the old school person's gripe against that style. It's like, cool, man, you going out there killing yourself. Oh, wow.
It's supposed to be a work.
Sweet 500-seat venue that isn't televised. Let's go out there and kill ourselves every night. And that's just the style. That's almost like that's such that contrast of, I'm proud of this high energy, high risk, high reward style, and that is what I do, and that is the Japanese style. Meanwhile, a more Western style would be work smarter, not harder. You're killing yourself and destroying your body. You need to be looking at a long-term career and an arc of a career with many ups and downs. Meanwhile, instead of burning yourself out, do you want to be the flaming out shooting star, or do you want to be a ever burning bonfire? Which one do you want to be? And
I've always thought New Japan was more based on the strikes. Well, at least, you know, the main eventers was built more on strikes, like all the striking and again the stiff striking. Like
see
I thought that's what it was.
you see that a lot in the difference between heavyweight and junior heavyweight. Though the heavyweight has with like Omega, it's like just
We'll talk about that.
he'll do everything. What things? All things. He's just going to do them all. But the junior heavyweight used to be the more high flying, and the heavyweight used to be the more methodical, more psychological, the more long form storytelling. And then you would see somebody progress, almost like there wasn't a huge difference size wise between junior heavyweight and heavyweight. You'd see somebody progress, like Omega did, from junior heavyweight to kind of intercontinental to heavyweight. That was like the progression. You were a junior, then you become a heavyweight. Almost as if it's an experience level and a refining of styles. You're burning hot and risky, and then if you make it through that, you can move on to more psychological and more character based.
Well, then maybe on the other side of this, he moves away from the junior heavyweights.
Maybe, but
I mean, that
I mean,
still
because
leaves
if you look size-wise, is there a big difference between, say, Naito and Takahashi? They act as brothers because they look fairly similar. Takahashi was a little smaller, sure,
tiny,
but
little
they're not that far off from
No.
junior heavyweight and heavyweight. It's like somebody that's on the main roster in WWE is sitting at 220,
Yeah.
but 205 Live has people at 204. You know, and it's just not that big of a difference. But you also kind of see that style in the WWE, the cruiserweight style. Now it's a little tamped down from the crazy high flying luchadors and the crazy high flying.
Depending on who it is, because I don't know if you saw Alexander and Atami this week.
No, but I feel like they've ramped that up.
Yeah.
Like ever since the Enzo thing, and like right before right before we got the Ali and Alexander match at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Like ramping up right before then. When they brought in Drake Maverick, they reset after the whole Enzo debacle. I feel like everyone's been like, okay, let's do this. And like you saw, I think it was Ali and Buddy Murphy had like a crazy match, and Ali's on Twitter saying, yeah, 205 Live's trending. What's up? Brick by brick, block by block, we're gonna build this, and that's great.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself in the process.
Please don't. I mean, I guess that just keeps coming back.
Where's the line?
Where is the line? Because it isn't when it's done well, it's enjoyable. Like, but I mean, even still with 205 Live, it's definitely better as far as the wrestling now. But I still don't watch it every week.
Yeah, and when
I
you
don't
watch
go
it,
out
you
of
can
my
watch
way.
it more as a standalone thing because you're not getting the week-to-week story.
Right.
Like in an ideal world, do you like a mix of things? Do you like consuming different products on different times, or does the high flying style draw you in? And if it draws you in, does it keep you in? What keeps you in? What do you feel is your preferred style, or do you like a mix?
I don't know, because some weeks I watch SmackDown Live and I'm like, yeah, more. I want more.
Yeah.
And so I'll just go ahead and watch 205 Live right then and there.
That's what I
it's
usually
live.
end up watching SmackDown. It's like, God, wrestling's freaking great.
Yeah.
Let me go to NXT, and then I'm freaking in love with it, and I ruin the show by starting off with NXT's great because it's great.
Sometimes I watch SmackDown Live and it's just all I needed for wrestling. And then like last night I watched SmackDown Live. I jumped on and played some GTA because you guys I love you, but you're jerks.
What happened? You need a mic so you can call us jerks in person.
Yeah, but I like tweeting out
Oh, Jesus.
tweeting out the quotes. It's fun.
By all means, continue. I'll say more ridiculous shit. Believe me. You know
Jenny,
you know
Jenny
what I'm
says it's
capable.
because she forgets that I'm there. I'm like, yes. But anyway, video game addiction. It's not that bad, but it's bad enough.
Are you getting in on that?
a little?
Is it
Not
hitting?
not like crazy, but it's enough to be like, I need to be more productive.
Yeah, no. Who you telling? Because I've been trying to be productive on top of it, and I'm burning myself out. It's fun.
But I watched SmackDown Live.
Right.
And my biggest issue with SmackDown Live last night was, we won't get into it right here, but was commercials. There was lots of commercials. So by the time it was over, I was like, you know what? This was a really good episode of SmackDown Live. I'm done with wrestling for now. Get on GTA for a little bit, and maybe an hour. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch 205 now. And I decided to go ahead and watch it, and then went back to GTA for like 30 mints.
30?
It was like 30, 40 minutes. None of y'all were on, and so I was like,
Okay,
okay,
that'll
I'm
do
gonna
it.
go to bed.
Yeah. God damn.
It's ridiculous.
But I don't know which one would keep me watching wrestling. Because I got to tell you, sometimes I just want straight spectacle. And I've told you before, and this is sacrilege to mention on a two grown men talking about wrestling show.
Yes.
There's times when the in-ring action, I couldn't care less about.
Yeah. When it's
And I just want dumb stories with dumb characters doing dumb stuff that would never happen. I want to watch a cartoon. I want to watch giant grown men be living cartoons, and women be living cartoons. Actually, the women are better now. And
I love Liv Morgan.
I know.
Had to remind.
I know, but I know that you want them to know.
They need to know.
They need to know. How else are they going to know? How else are the people next door going to know?
Yeah.
No, I was going to yell over you.
The problem is with Raw
Yeah?
is their spectacle that isn't being spectacle enough right now.
It's not even that they're not being spectacle enough. Give me a little more stupid.
Yeah.
Give me a little more focused spectacle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, SmackDown does stupid fantastically. The stupid has never been stupider. The fact that you're looking at dumb Rusev, sorry, happy Rusev Day to you and yours. But, God damn it.
Well, I want to see that.
It's probably not worth it. Don't do that to yourself. Dumb Rusev. Sorry, I love the man. He's fantastic and amazing, and a great in-ring performer. Could very well be a champion. Why? Because it's SmackDown, and it can happen on SmackDown. Still,
he's getting that same Jinder build, only less serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jinder came in and it was serious business, but like we're getting way into SmackDown, but I didn't mean to do that.
Well, no, I mean it's we're still talking about what you want out of wrestling, and I'm trying to bring it back down to the style issue as far as wrestling. I like spectacle. I like dumb. Yeah, I see the mention of the porta potty.
I'm sorry, Chris. But lots of people want that. Now,
It went a little long.
yeah, it went a little long.
I did enjoy that the wheels didn't work right, and he had to struggle to get it down there. But he's like, I'm getting it down there. I don't care.
But that's straight up Attitude Era. That
It is, but it's the length of it.
yeah.
The issue with I like the fact that we're getting Strowman and Owens, and it's weird.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I don't even know what the hell it is,
Mhm.
but I like that it's weird. When they flipped the car over and they decided to replay it the next week, like 3, maybe 4 times, that's too much.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Owens being scared backstage, hiding in a boiler room, and all of a sudden Mick Foley's like, "Hey, what's up?" Nah, I'm leaving. That's it. Just give me some dumb. I mean, I'm not saying specifically that thing, but of the like. Give me some dumb stuff. Give me Owens trying to hide backstage as he's interacting with all the people you rarely see on Raw.
Yeah.
Like anybody
Who else?
else. Literally anybody else. Have him in the women's locker room. And they're just like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, "Just nothing. What are you doing?" And then Strowman, and he runs away. It's fantastic. Just dumb stuff. You can give me more dumb without it having to be over-the-top spectacle. And that, when I get just spectacle without that weird context, it doesn't mean as much.
Like Jinder
You can
with
give
his,
me Jinder with his "I've found peace." Ashanti?
whatever.
Whatever.
You didn't show me. Like, I'm willing to go on that ride,
I want to go on that ride.
but you won't show it. Show it
I
to me.
must
He's
be
just
this
suddenly doing it.
tall. No, I don't want to say that out loud. Take the Jinder train. What's up? And I want to, but I want to see him go, "Being angry hasn't worked for me. It's time for me to find peace." And then he just goes full on old school Festus with the bell rings, and he turns into a goddamn monster. It'd be great. Ashanti, Ashanti, ding ding. Ah! Your ass got gingered. What's up? Ding ding ding. Ashanti.
If I say the words, hard work works, Nathan, what does it mean to you? Hi, Joe. I love you.
Jervis Cottonbelly is not the sweetest man
You're right.
because you obviously
very
haven't
sweet.
met
Very sweet.
one
But
Joe.
very
Of-
sweet man.
Maybe the sweetest.
Yeah.
I'm just going solely on taste. I don't know what this means. I'm sorry. Sorry.
So I mean, you have the big
I gave him a jacket in the woods once.
stupid, big spectacle
Uh-huh.
of Raw. Not a lot of. Well, I mean, you're still getting injuries, but
And that gets back to the risk versus reward thing. They end up doing a lot of spots. You get the weird spots, especially from like the Money in the Bank stuff, the ladder match, the spots that happen through there. Now we've seen crazier, we've seen worse, we've seen series of ridiculous stuff from like the TLCs back in the day, but a lot more spots rather than wrestling, and I'm okay with that. But I think I like that little bit of technical wrestling to build into the crazy and the weird and the dumb, to build into the spectacle. I feel like I need a spread of that stuff instead of just lack of build up and then spectacle happening. I don't know exactly what that balance is. But then you see like SmackDown, and SmackDown doesn't need the spectacle
yeah.
because they're full up on all the dumb,
Mm-hmm.
but also believable, and also technically sound, with just a dash of risk, just a dash of risk, and it feels like that's the good balance for me.
Yeah.
Now that may not be for somebody else. Somebody else may see that and go, "This is ridiculous. I can't believe in these characters. They're over the top and they're obvious cartoons, and it's garbage."
Yeah.
Also, in a real fight, this is completely impractical. Nobody does this. This can't be. I want to be able to believe. I want to see a body part isolated and dismantled, and I want to see someone taken apart and forced to submit, and being beaten down psychologically, and what?
All this phrasing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Will you hug Joe already?
All right, I'll be right back.
No, I mean through the camera.
Oh.
Hug him through the camera.
Said it.
Grr.
Like this, or am I going like this?
Grr.
Like this? You take
It's almost San Martino.
put your.
Just do San Martino.
I prefer.
Too mean.
It's more I think of it more as a Gorilla Monsoon at this point,
Oh, okay, yeah.
just because of my back hair.
They're both dead anyway.
I know. I will be soon. Don't worry. Heads this
Surprise
way?
face.
What? Oh, come on, man! Give me a chance. You know what? No, that's on me. I should be better. You're right. I'm waiting.
I love Liv Morgan.
I wasn't waiting for that.
What?
Damn it.
You prompted.
I feel SmackDown's closest to what I like.
Yeah.
You feel that way too?
I mean,
Also, NXT feels very close to what I want too.
NXT and SmackDown. At the end of the show, I feel satisfied
I feel good.
almost every week.
Mhm.
Now some weeks I watch them and then I want more stuff, but if you're gonna do that, you have to reach your hand out and reach for mine, Daddy. You understand, if you will.
Oh God, I felt him. Ooh, it's good. It's good.
Well, that got dark.
What?
I don't know.
What? Continue, sir.
I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, I just feel satisfied. Some weeks I want more wrestling, and some weeks it's just enough.
When's the last time you got to an end of a Raw and you felt good? That being said, did you go through the whole G1 special? Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Did you get to the end of that and almost feel kind of tired?
Yes. Yes.
See, I think they're lacking a little bit of that balance too. I feel like in the Western market, we get to consume that more in chunks, and we dig it because it's in those chunks. But if you give me that 4 hour,
Well, the undercard of New Japan, I don't want to call it garbage because that's going way over the line.
I know
But
what you mean.
It's
though.
mostly unnecessary.
It feels inconsequential.
Yeah.
Especially when you're having a tournament on top of it, where you're getting points and you're building towards things, and there's brackets. Every match has a meaning. When you have a 6-man, it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I guess these people don't like each other, and I guess these 4 kind of get along against these 4, which are definitively a team. And it's like, all right, cool. But I also feel like you're getting to showcase the people that are going to come in and out of the main events.
Well, Joe says Raw gets fast forwarded for me, and SmackDown gets me at full attention. At full attention. I was watching Val Venus clips earlier. Full attention.
You were watching Val Venus. I don't know why I stumbled upon a clip that was like Big Show dressed as Val Venus. And
Big Valshowski.
I remember the
Hello, ladies.
whoever it was that was the announcer was like, those are the biggest Val chunks you'll ever see. And it's just a big friggin' V. It just went on forever. Aged forever and ever. It's a big V. Big.
I was watching
Again,
The
that was
Godfather's
spectacle and dumb.
photo shoot. I was watching Godfather's photo shoot. That's how I got to the Val Venus clips. Which, by the way, we were doing the final deletion.
Mhm.
Val gone
How? What?
because they were a tag team. Supply and Demand. Godfather and Val Venus.
It's a great name.
And then also they were together in Right to Censor, which also gets rid of Ivory. Bull Buchanan, which gets rid of Cena.
Okay. All right. What's up, Leap? What's going on?
It's not much of a
I
leap. They were a
know.
tag team.
Okay.
And then who else was in that? Was it the Good Father? Oh yeah, we just got rid of the Blue World Order and the Flock.
Whatever keeps me, D'Lo Brown, keeps me happy.
Well, I mean, you wanted to delete D'Lo, so.
No, I didn't.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so in the chat, Christopher Brown says, "But Joe, when you get matches like Rollins' match on Raw, you watch. You don't change the channel." Which I tend to agree. But Joe says, to each their own. Rollins doesn't do anything for me, which is interesting because my brother Rob, I text with him now while we're watching Raw, and he said the same thing. Like Rollins just doesn't like that guy.
Wrestling is always better with other people. So if you had somebody
Yeah.
texting you back and forth with, I bet that made the show immediately better.
I mean, mostly.
Mm.
I mean, like, I don't know, because
Oh, if you both get down on a bitch fest and you spiral out of control, then then it becomes bad. So how what, you were getting to Rollins on that?
he just doesn't like Rollins. He was hoping that McIntyre was going to just whoop his ass.
Mhm.
And by the way, I'm never that guy,
Okay.
but I put out a tweet last night: Drew McIntyre for Universal Champion. I'm sorry, but like that's an inevitability, right?
I really hope that first promo that he did, basically putting the locker room on notice, I hope that was unscripted and they're just like, go out there and, just be like, we're tired of this BS.
Yeah.
Don't say that word.
Yeah.
And then he just went out there and was like, okay, I got it.
He is a man. I've said it since he's come back. He is a man. Like, he is just impressive to watch.
You know how I knew he was mad?
Hmm?
He threw the jacket down.
Yes.
Don't throw that jacket down.
You got jokes? You got jokes? Tell jokes now, Seth.
Jesus Christmas.
Sorry, we're getting way off track.
It's
But
fine. It's
well,
fine.
and I mean, I guess that speaks to styles. Like, is it Ron's style? Is it because he's not as good a babyface as a BS garbage heel?
I don't know. I feel like that's been his draw this time. He's become sort of a natural babyface without having to work or tweak too much. He's become somebody that people are interested in, and whether you want to like it or not, people are kind of reacting to him.
Ellie, Raw is a toss-up. 1 week good, 1 week bad. Well, I stopped watching. Nope. I feel I'm pretty much right on par with that. Although I lean more.
I want to like it so bad.
More often than not, I am the same way. Like, I want to. I never feel awful at the end of Raw, but I don't feel like. I never feel good, but I never feel like anything's happened.
I feel like maybe if they did more and more frequent and quicker, tighter segments, feature more people, pick up the pace of the show a little bit. Because it always feels like they have one storyline that runs from kind of the beginning to the end of the show and it goes throughout.
It's
And
almost
it's
always
okay.
Roman.
But what's that?
It's almost always Roman.
Probably, but
little
we're
too
getting
much
into this
Roman
weird
and Lashley.
Strowman and Kevin Owens thing.
Yeah.
But I also feel like that's drawn on a little long too. But if it had more companion storylines that kind of went along with it, but it feels like we get nothing but standalone segments with that. I feel like they could weave 2 to 3 in that 3-hour block. And if you have one that takes the whole length of the show, I almost feel like you could start one at the beginning of the show and wrap it at the end of hour 2. Start one in the beginning of hour 2 and wrap that at the end of hour 3. Almost as if you have 2 separate shows that just happen to be intermingling over for an hour. But instead, we get, there's going to be this 3-hour one. You might get a 2-hour one, and they wrap up in a tag match. It's like, okay, cool, I guess. But you forced me to pay attention too long to something that I haven't been invested in. If you want me to get invested with it, give me a little bit.
Yeah.
Tease me with it. Take it away from me. Don't give it right back to me right away. Don't have it be constantly running. Tease towards the beginning, pay off at the end. But you got to fill out the rest of the show. Keep them smaller. Some segments seem really long.
Yeah.
And I want to. It's like I'm torn between because I don't know any answers, but I want to see people get time, but I also want to see more variety.
Yeah.
And quicker, tighter story beats. Because right now it just feels like so plotting.
Yeah.
The fact that a story beat happens between 3 commercial breaks
Yeah.
is just. It feels like I'm watching like a older Japanese animation where this one event takes place over 5 episodes, and it's like I couldn't give a damn anymore by the time you get to the end of it. It's like I need faster storytelling. And I'm saying you don't have to tell more stories, but fill out the ones you've got.
Now this brings me back to because one of the complaints going around online, and again, stylistic, like this is styles in shows rather than styles in matches. Do you prefer would you prefer longer matches? Would that help, or do you think that it's all in the away from the ring storytelling?
Both? Can I
Yeah.
have both? Can I ask for both?
I feel like the longer matches would alleviate the need for the longer.
Potentially. And
Yeah.
they don't even have to be like pace on the matches. The matches are the one place I feel you can slow down and take your time with.
Yeah.
I want that tension. That's where you get to it's pure instead of storytelling. The storytelling, of course, plays a part. That's where you can play up that physical tension. But I don't know that that's being done enough. I don't know quite how to say it.
there's something off about Raw.
There's something off about it.
Well, I mean, and again, I feel the same way about New Japan. Even though, like, as a product, when you watch a New Japan, anything New Japan does, like
They do a fantastic job of telling an entire story that they want to tell in a match.
match. You know, sometimes there's a little promo in between, but mostly match.
And when that promo happens, it's special.
Match.
Uh-huh.
Now,
See, that gets to where's that balance between the hey, well, here's what the undercard is: 6-man, 8-man, tag. All right, now we're getting into the stuff.
I mean, there's so much to talk about with the G1. Like, there's 4 or 5 matches that are just like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But like by the end of the night, I was like, oh. And then when the thing happens at the end, I'm like, oh my God, please be over.
It's like,
And
I
that's
want to
sad.
care, but I'm tired.
Yeah, that's sad because
Does that say something about us as fans, or does that say something about a product as it's made?
we do the same thing sometimes with the E. So
What was the big event we did that at? No, it wasn't Rumble, because we got excited for Rumble.
Yeah.
Because Rumble has a crazy pace at the end of
Mania.
it. Was it Mania? Where we were like, Jesus, there's like 4 matches left.
Mania and Backlash, actually. Backlash is just because of where they put everything. But Mania for sure, because again, ordering, like the match orders was just weird. And then we get to a point and it's like, oh my God.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You can do it for me.
I don't care. I'm going to make more than your tummy hurt in a little bit. There needs to be a happy medium. It's not hard to do. I feel like you have the right.
Oh,
I
you
mean-
definitely have the right guys. There's nothing but talent all over the place.
Yeah. And I mean, again, my brother, who I text with every week,
Mhm.
he's telling me that the reason he got back in is because of the women. And I was like, because they're great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no arguing that the women are what are keeping me right now.
Oh, hold on. Did they do more with Bailey and Sasha this week?
Yes.
What'd they do?
It was just basic, not necessarily repeat. They sat down with another psychiatrist.
Or did it feel like a repeat?
It felt kind of repeat.
Felt like a rehash?
A little.
So we went from Bailey's biggest pop that she's
Yeah.
ever gotten
Mm-hmm.
to pre-taped comedy bits.
Yeah. Well, I understand the necessity of it.
I get it.
Could have used some advancement. Well, again, that goes back to just this last month of Raw. Feels like repeat. Other than, Bailey finally snapping.
Mm-hmm. That was the most just ingenious thing that's happened.
There's been all these other moments. There's a handful of moments over the last month. But, like, mostly the show, like, the first 4 segments, Roman and Lashley. And
Hey,
whatever
there's
they're
the
doing.
Revival.
Roman and Lashley
Hey,
versus the
there's the
Rival
Revival.
for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Like, built the same way. Roman and Lashley out on mics.
Good for Revival having
Totally.
a victory.
Yeah, totally. But, and then what did it do in that 4th week? They didn't even, you stop that! You're messing me up.
I'm just making sure the stream's okay. It's messing up over yonder for somebody.
Sorry.
I'll stop looking at the screen. I'll look directly in your eyes, Justin.
You could at least say, hey, man, something's messing up. What does it matter?
Now I just want to make paranoid. What's going on?
Joe agrees with me. Drew is a killer. Besides Braun, he's the only contender, I believe, versus Brock. They're trying to make us believe that
Again,
Lashley is... Nah, I'm not sold. Now, I will
I
say...
got to tell you, I haven't cared more about Roman and Lashley in years. I'm very surprised that the two of them together are making me go, I kind of want to see these two I want to see these two animals have at each other.
You know
a
what's
little bit.
weird is, like, I've been bored, but, like, the story as a whole, I'm
I want to see
interested in.
these assholes fight.
Yeah. Well, and the
Someone's
pull
gonna get
apart... the pull apart is way overdone.
Yeah.
But it works almost every time. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, pull apart again. Oh, they're fighting. Oh my God, they're fighting. Oh, I want to see them fight.
You want to see them fight.
Yeah, I'm amped for that match in every way except for the fact that it's going to be the main event.
Is it going to be the main event?
It's going to be the main event. Look at how much time they're giving it.
Hold on. I think I threw the card in the one thing. And there has to be something else that can main event above that.
Oh, there's 2 or 3 matches that could. The Rusev versus AJ,
Jesus Christ, that should be your main event.
or or
I would-
Rollins and
I would-
Dolph,
Yeah, or Owens and Strowman.
or Nia and Alexa because Ronda's going to be involved.
Carmella and Asuka.
I mean,
no,
that
that's
probably
good.
not because of Ellsworth, but I mean, at least 3 matches
Nakamura
could.
winning the United States title. Any of those could be.
I mean, I doubt it, but yeah, I'm saying there's at least 3 like legitimate contenders that could do it,
Mhm.
but it's going to be Roman and Lashley.
Think so?
Absolutely,
Christ. Okay, can we just side bet like bitch fit for a sec?
sure.
What are the odds that Rusev Styles is like first match of the night?
Low.
Oh, it's not gonna be the first match.
No.
A fourth match of the night. Over under on it being a fourth match of the night.
I get the feeling it's going to be later. It's going to be in a good spot, but not. It's not going to main like it
It's
should.
not gonna main.
I mean, I say it should, but I don't know that it. I'm curious to their chemistry. It depends on the story they're telling.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. Like it feels like Jinder, like they should pull the trigger, but they have Aiden there, which makes me worried that they're gonna wait
Yeah.
because you never know when that shot's gonna come again. That's what worries me.
Weirdly psyched for that card.
It's a good card. Again, the thing that pisses me off is Lashley and Roman's gonna main.
I
Even though
really
they've got
hope
it
it
nice and snug down there in the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna main. Like how much time has it gotten on Raw? So much time, and they're trying to push Lashley as somebody who can go with Lesnar.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is they're trying to do, man. Yes, it's kind of to go against Lester, but at the same time, I feel like they're trying to make Lashley look like what everybody hated about Roman. They're trying to make him be him, while they're letting Roman develop into something new.
Mhm.
The kind of tweener, half-ass badass, and I like it. And I like to be played, and I like to be nothing I love better than getting got.
Oh yeah, I love.
But at the
getting
same
got.
time, are you trying to get me? you trying to
What
Hey.
what I want, and we've mentioned this a lot. Jesus Christ, we're like talking about Raw. We're talking about what I want from Roman again for like the millionth time.
Well, that says something about him. Like
Yeah.
you said with
I like him.
Liv's tongue, man.
I
It's-
like Roman a lot, and like he's killing it on the mic right now. I love what he's doing, but
Oh, for Christ's sake, for real.
I don't know what they're doing with him though. Is the thing, and I mean, I guess I don't need to know, but DJ has gotten back into wrestling recently, and
Him I know.
and he was texting with me last night, and he goes, yeah, whatever they're doing with Roman and Lashley, I don't want to see Roman anymore. I'm done with them,
Cool.
and I don't want to see like that. He's like seen too much Roman.
It'll take a long time to rehab. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not show somebody.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. He's like, I want him to go away, and it's like I take what he says not as gospel, but like he's somebody who's gotten back because of like guys like New Day and like the silliness.
He's a good stand-in for the everyman
Yeah.
as far as a wrestling fan.
We're gonna buy whatever garbage they sell us.
Mhm.
I mean, we'll call it out if it's actual garbage, backlash. But we're mostly gonna take whatever with a grain of salt because we're grown men talking about wrestling.
You wanna support somebody. I feel like the best way you can do is put the money into the merch, man.
Mhm.
Are you buying a Roman shirt? No. You spent that on a Riot Squad shirt.
Mhm. I love Liv Morgan.
Do you have a Bobby Lashley lunchbox?
No.
Yeah, when I go to my house, I got to look at a thing of Bootios when I go to the kitchen.
Yeah,
You know why? New Day's great.
they great. God, I don't know, man. I
don't know
really
either.
don't know. But I think you said this exactly after Backlash.
Uh-oh. I talk a lot of garbage.
Like his matches aren't syncing up with what he's doing. Like he's killing it on the mic. I really enjoy it.
Mhm.
If he would just be a badass in his matches instead of working from underneath.
Yeah, stop overcoming.
Yeah. Just fight.
Just brawl and win.
That's it.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's it, but I mean, that would go a long way, I think.
Yeah.
Because why do people cheer Brock?
Because he's dominant.
He
Some
comes in
would
and
call him the Dominator. Not Bobby Lashley, though. Who? Bobby Lashley.
Why do people like Strowman?
Because he flips ambulances and does ridiculous garbage. Feats of strength all over the place.
And plus, what else?
And he's dominant as all hell.
Yeah.
Amazing. Huh?
Why did people hate Corbin?
Vests,
Well, yeah, but before that,
constable, haircut, lone wolf, a nice grill pattern on a steak with his Titantron. Because he's dominant.
because he's dominant.
I'm sorry. I'll give
I
you
mean,
the
if he would
answer.
just fight, just go out there and fight. Stop working from underneath.
I don't want to see him in trouble.
God damn, I did not want to. This is not how I wanted to close the hour.
I know.
Let's take a break. Get away from that. Come back and talk about the G1 special.
No.
Because that's what we were supposed to do
Okay.
at the bottom of this hour. We got more recording to do after this, too.
Oh, dude, I know. So, yeah, finish on time so we can finish on time.
Hey-ho. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this. Bloop.
The juice
Juice is loose.
is loose.
And let's see, I need...
Patreon.com/ohhijustin.
Oh, need a little of this, too. We'll be right back. It's #Wrestlepals.
Guerrilla tactics, it's time for warfare. Yo, we came to battle. Yo, we aim to kill. Aim to kill. Guerrilla tactics, it's time for warfare. Yo, we came to battle. Yo, we aim to kill. Guerrilla tactics. Guerrilla tactics. Guerrilla tactics, it's time for warfare. Yo, we came to battle. Yo, we aim to kill. Aim to kill. Guerrilla tactics, it's time for warfare. Yo, we came to battle. Yo, we aim to kill. Guerrilla tactics. Guerrilla tactics. Guerrilla tactics, it's time for warfare. Yo, we came to battle.
Undeniable. Forever. I got a feeling things is turning up for me now. Stack to the ceiling, money taller than a tree now. Man, I've been winning on winning, victory with a smile. I see the competition coming, it's gonna take a while. We set the table up, high stakes of cheddar cake. I only eat with people that rub up their own plate. Slow motion, but now we coasting. Swimming in dividends, I make it look emotionless motion. Lights, camera out, now we roasting. Took me a minute, but now I'm in it like a holster. One shot at it, I'm loaded full automatic. Click, clack, boom, broke out the womb, no damage. I've been about action, affirmative and managed. Never let the right hand know about the left hand. Man, I've been challenged by spectators and all. But now it's my go, and I'ma show you how to ball. This time I want it all. I can't stop, I won't stop. I'm going straight to the top. This time I want it all. I can't stop, I won't stop. Going straight to the top. This time I want it all. I can't stop, I won't stop. I can't stop. Going straight to the top. This time I want it all. I want it all.
If I can be serious for a minute.
I bleed all the time. I don't care.
The wait is over.
You think this is over?
Or we just getting started, baby? Because I'm staying high.
It's time for hashtag Wrestlepals Hour 2.
Drink it in, man.
Hashtag Wrestlepals Hour 2.
Would it help if I wore my Ralphus shirt when you
Yes.
did that? Okay.
Only I wanted to say I love Liv Morgan on it. And then have an arrow pointing at me. I'm going to do that, by the way, like a B-Team style shirt that says I love Liv Morgan. WWE shop doesn't make those.
Yet. I don't know how your bit works. Sorry.
Not Bay.
Oh.
Yet.
Yeah. Pouring the gravy down there. Easy. It's my friend.
I did this first and then it came back. I could do
Okay.
it this way if you'd like, if you'd prefer off screen.
Oh, you just poked her in the head. What are you doing?
I'm like your friend. Joe, if you're still there, hasta luego. Hard work works.
Yes, sir.
If you want to get your fitness on, hit up our good buddy Joe.
Oh, I was just about to eat this oatmeal cream pie. And you say that.
Trying to get your fitness. He will slap it out of your hand if you want. Whoosh. You don't eat that.
If he did, I would hope he would make that sound effect with his mouth when he did it. Whoosh, as he hit my hand, and it actually made a whoosh sound.
I would do that.
I don't want you to do it.
Oh,
I want him to do it.
okay. Patreon.com/ohhijustin if you'd like to support this program and all the other garbage I'm doing.
Garbage?
To include a deprogrammed, which we'll be recording an episode later.
Holy hell.
Yeah, and we also are doing this program.
Mhm.
You can get that there. The Oh Hi Justin Pod coming soon,
Word.
and possibly a Dirty Jack comic coming soon.
Hey, don't you be talking that Dirty Jack shit.
Come here, I'll handle you with that hammer.
You'll handle me with that hammer?
Yeah,
Okay.
come here, boy. Talk that Dirty Jack S now.
Is this,
Also,
is
these
this the
ghouls
next
demos.
is this the next Bob comic coming out?
It's me and my buddy
Dirty
Toward.
Jack.
Dirty Jack.
Oh my God, you got a theme song for Dirty Jack?
Dirty Jack.
He does his own theme song.
Dirty Jack.
Every good every good heel in history doing your own music.
Dirty Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Jack. Dirty Jack. Dirty Jack. Dirty Jack. Jack.
Jack. Oh God, I just realized what I said. Cool. I don't mind being dirty when I mean to be.
Hey-o.
Yeah, you heard me. What's up? You wanted to talk about the G1?
Yes, I mean we don't have to go match by match because, like I said, unfortunately the undercard is.
I want to say, first of all, the one thing on the undercard that was like an amazing surprise, very pleasant. Actually, there's a couple things, but like right out of the gate, who's starting the first match of the night?
I don't remember.
Meng.
Wait, was he?
Wait, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't the 10-man.
Wait, what the hell? No, hold on.
The 10-man was later. Because it was Bullet Club versus Jim and Steve.
Jim and Steve.
Mhm.
No, where's
It was somewhere in the middle of the card.
Jeez.
Exactly.
Sweet.
And I mean, I want to say that
Haku, not freaking
Yeah.
Meng.
well, same.
I feel vaguely anti-Tongan. I'm so sorry.
It's the same dude.
Yeah,
In
but he goes by
WWF?
Haku for Christ's
Yeah.
sake.
Okay.
It makes sense for the Bullet Club thing later. It's fine.
Yes.
What the hell's his problem?
The first is like a tag, right?
Mm-hmm. Bullet Club versus a bunch of other people.
Was it?
Was it?
No. That's later. The one with Haku. The open was like it was Roppongi.
Yeah, that was dude. Gorillas of Destiny, Haku, Yujiro Chase Owens versus Roppongi 3K, Rocky Romero, Yoshihashi, and Gato.
I guess so.
Was that a different one?
No, I think that's it.
Am I pulling up a different? Just
dude,
It was
long.
It was 30 hours ago, and the show just ended.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Undercard is undercard.
The undercard
But the
is
fact that we're
undercard.
getting goddamn Haku is
Here's
like,
what I'll say, though.
I'm 80 years old and I'll beat the
They tip their hand, but not purposefully, I don't think. When Gorillas of Destiny hit,
Uh-huh.
they come out. I looked at Tama Tonga and I was like, when's he going to get his time? Like, that was the first thing I
They're
thought.
making you feel it. Because if you've watched through the Being the Elites or the Bullet Club promos, it's been fantastic. The ones with like Cody in charge, where he's smoking a cigar and it's like, oh, here's Tama Tonga saying some stuff, and he's usurping a little bit, and he's being a little unsettled.
Bullet Club
Then
is
it's just-
fine.
Bullet Club is fine. It's fantastic.
Yeah. When's he going to get his time?
The
Like, he
fact that
just
you were
looked at-
wondering and thinking that, and he's amazing too.
He is.
He's had fantastic G1 performances, man. Just like we see that with Carl Anderson had like a fun singles run through that.
Yeah.
It ends up being a fantastic time for people that are traditionally tag stars to show off their singles chops. And there's some amazing stuff out there. And
Didn't Evil have a good run last year?
yes,
Yeah.
he had the win over Okada.
Yeah.
And it was like, what? Well, Okada's tired, as one gets. It's like anybody could get picked off at any time.
Yeah.
So good. And that entitled him to a tag match later on. And that bumped his profile up. And with Sonata as well, had an amazing performance. They get to go on for it's a wonderful build. It's almost as if there's a build.
Yeah.
It's a build, everybody.
And, speaking of Evil and Sonata,
Mm-hmm.
they wrestled the Bucks again. And, there's nothing bad here. A lot of the undercard is the undercard. It's
Well,
just-
a
it
part
is
of
what it is.
coming to America tour.
America.
It's going to be, here's our greatest hits. Please come out and see us.
Yeah.
We need proof of concept that this works here. We're giving you a super show. What have you liked? What have been the biggest hits over the last year? What have been the storylines that appeal most to a Western audience? You're going to get the hell out of them. Here we go.
I don't know if this was good or bad.
Uh-huh.
I watched with the sound off. I had it on, and I was watching, and it's an American crowd,
Okay.
and traditionally the American crowds bug the hell out of me
Okay.
most of the time.
Did you have the opportunity to watch it with Japanese commentary?
Mm-mm.
I always feel like the Japanese commentary has a lot to it.
Well, the one I was watching had JR and Old Boy, so
Hey, we got to mention JR later on.
yeah,
Also
injured.
also injured. What? Also injured. Really?
Took a bump.
Didn't want to.
Didn't want to. Wasn't scripted.
Nope.
Finished the show. Good for him.
Yeah. Cool. Then he collapsed because he's old. He's gets sleepy.
Uh,
The man could run circles around me. What am I talking about?
So we had, I guess that was the open. Okay,
Okay.
Roppongi and versus the Bullet Club and all that.
Mhm.
What was next? Again, Tama Tonga was the takeaway for me.
Yeah. And that's telling a story through those multi-man matches. Those really easy can be.
It wasn't
and
even
often,
the match. It was just the way he came out. Like
Yeah.
they're very animated. Like Girls' Destiny, very animated.
they have their own energy, and it's
Yeah.
different from Bullet Club energy.
Mhm.
Okay, next match was Ishii and Toriano versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Minoru Suzuki.
And no, that was. Oh, he urinated again. Poor Nathan.
That's fine. I'm just scared somebody's gonna bust through those windows and hit me with a bicycle.
I mean, if you like hard hitting dudes,
Yeah, come on, dude.
then yeah. I mean,
The Stone Pit Bull and like, you want to give like Minoru Suzuki a tough name, but it is a tough name.
it is.
It's just all you need to know. Like if I saw a mean looking dog like on the just like, oh geez, and I was literally like legitimately scared to be like, that is one Minoru Suzuki looking fella right there. I'm terrified. I would use that as an adjective for things.
Yeah.
You are looking Minoru Suzuki as hell today. Oh my god! Oh my god!
And nothing to write home about here. It was fine. It is what
But
it is.
it's Ishii,
exactly what you
Ishii
expect.
and Minoru Suzuki being big mean, beating the hell out of each other dudes,
Yeah.
and Yano and Saber being adorable.
Sure.
More Yano. But,
Yeah.
you know, he's got a new shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
No, of course not. I don't know what yen is. I don't have dollars, let alone yen.
Okay.
He had the Mount Rushmore shirt. Now he's got one the Leonardo da Vinci. You know, the one with the like anatomy of a man type thing.
Mm-hmm.
but it's Toriano's face, and like with the hands up, it's the little flexing. Okay,
Hey, hashtag Justin is great.
he's okay. Hangman Page, Marty Skrull versus Tanahashi and Kushida.
Yeah.
Good, and it's showing off because what are you coming to America to show? The Bullet
The
Club.
Bullet Club. And, you know, it comes in handy for later. They got to be there. So.
God bless Hangman Page. Because he could have easily be the one that's
Or
like
his hung.
he's the only dick wrestler at this point.
Yeah.
He killed the other one with a phone.
What a dick.
Wrestler. But he could easily be the low man. But he's like, no, I'm going to be a character too. Chase, take the pin. Good. God bless Chase Owens as well. And your Yujiro and Chase Owens.
What? Chase Owens, like,
Chase is on the case.
what was his
Paw
thing on the
Patrol?
tights? He has another moniker.
Hmm?
And I
Does he?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, that's good. But now, so good that I forgot it.
Book Flip Gordon. Then the never open weight Goto versus Jeff Cobb, showing off. Yeah,
This was good.
here's some big ugly dudes doing
Yeah.
big ugly stuff.
Jeff Cobb rules. I don't know if you've seen him yet.
I know, but yes, this isn't like a match. This is like showing a
Yeah.
mixing of worlds.
This is, well, yeah, because this was his New Japan debut.
Mhm.
And, I mean, I knew Jeff Cobb rules. I had forgotten how much I like him, though. And watching him mix it up in there, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good spot for him.
Yeah.
Some hitting, some hard hitting. If
Yeah,
that's what you
and-
like.
You know, I love that.
Suplexes.
I love that what the hell, the open weight, the never open weight title has kind of become that.
Mhm.
It was kind of like here's the other one, here's the other title,
Yeah.
but it's become the kind of the strong style belt.
Yeah, I
dude.
was going to say, kind
It's
of like
become the
UFC-ish.
ultra heavyweight,
Yeah.
the fight
Mhm.
championship,
Mhm.
as opposed to the wrestling championship.
Yeah.
This is for the fighters, and the fact that they're able to distinguish that and give it a distinguished thing is fantastic. Because the last little bit we had was Goto and Elgin,
Yeah.
which is just two big dudes being big dudes doing big dude stuff.
I need Tai Chi.
What?
I need Tai Chi.
I know you do. I know you do. Then the IWGP tag team titles, not junior tags. Young Bucks versus Sonata and Evil.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of, I don't want to say a rehash because a rehash of amazing is still pretty damn amazing.
This was good.
It's greatest hits, man.
Yeah.
What was amazing? Come see it, because here's amazing in your town.
Yeah.
Hello, San Francisco. And Okada and Will Ospreay defeating Naito and Bushi.
Now, this was interesting.
I'm just happy to see Bushi like being included again.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with Takahashi taking an injury. I hope Bushi gets a chance to step up and like I'm stepping in for my fallen brethren.
Yeah.
Because I want to see more of them.
This
The
was
Lost Ingonoble.
Yeah, it was interesting to see, like, losing the championship kind of freed Okada, because he's always kind of just been a dude. Like, he's a really good wrestler. I enjoyed watching him,
Uh-huh.
but like he's just kind of been a dude.
Yeah.
And like he comes out with balloons, and he was like all smiles and stuff. It's like a huge weight lifted off
Yeah,
his shoulders.
man.
Like he's been carrying the company for
Mhm.
what 2.5 years, something like that, 3. But
Now he gets to be a pillar of the company.
yeah,
As somebody else is doing some lifting.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's not shirking his load. He's not stepping down. He's not underperforming. It's just somebody else is helping
Yeah.
to push. And you've got a lot of great dudes that are willing to do their part to lift the entire company up as high as
Yeah.
possible.
and
It
so
doesn't have to fall completely on his shoulders.
It made me feel nice. It made me feel
feel
good.
nice.
Made me feel nice.
I feel
Nathan.
nice.
Shut up, Nathan. Made me feel good that he was enjoying himself. So hashtag Justin is great.
Oh, okay.
Hashtag shut up, Nathan.
All right, that makes sense. And next after that, now we get up into the single stuff. Was the Takahashi versus Dragon Lee match?
Up until that spot, great match.
Takahashi is amazing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah.
I'm used to good characters being okay in the ring. I'm used to people being amazing in the ring, and it's like, well, I don't really buy. And every once in a while, stuff clicks, and it's great. And this is a dude that just clicks, and it was great.
Yeah.
Still ends up winning the match.
Yeah.
So what do we do now?
Probably drop that title.
Well, he's not going to wrestle for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to.
Vacate.
Yeah. He has vacant with another title reign.
I mean, I don't know what New Japan's rules are, but 30 days is what I hear. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to be out for more than a month.
Well, the beauty of another crutch. Here we go. New Japan will find a way to make it an interesting storyline, and they'll capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Even if they do like a best of 8, or not a best of 8, like an 8-man tournament, replace your undercard with that, or have like two separate tag matches with 8 competitors in it. Tag match continues on, then those two have to fight against each other. They could do that in the space of like one show.
Yeah.
And it would be an amazing show. It's a recap of the best of the Super Juniors.
Yeah.
The best of the Super Juniors. and it would be amazing. They'll find a way to get out of it, but man, damn.
Just stinks.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Especially when you had like a crazy, weird, kind of unexpected feel-good moment, like right after it,
Yeah.
with your IWGP United States Championship, United States title.
Well, hot damn, they figured a way to make me pay attention a little bit to Jay White
Yeah,
because he's been snooze fest for me.
Mhm. because he hasn't had foil, man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the whole when he was coming in and everybody's trying to kind of recruit him,
Mhm.
and he was like, "I'm gonna stab you in the back after I stab you in the face."
Mhm.
Okay, so he stabs people.
Yeah.
We get it. Oh, look,
Switchblade.
he's got a knife. Oh noes. And he's had a couple of singles things, and anytime a program with Tanahashi, Jesus, it's gonna be good. But yeah, this is where you get to care about him, dude.
Well, and they
That U.S. title means a lot since Omega carried it for a minute.
old boy, first of all, has a run-in when JR takes the bump, and then old what's his nuts, Burnett.
Burnett, yeah.
Yeah,
Burnett?
he comes out, and he's like, "I'm gonna fight you, Jay White." Brr." So that's a little thing, but
Yeah, they can make something of that, sure.
when Juice is coming out, like immediately, I'm like, I love that guy. I mean,
Hey, what a good dude.
yeah, I've been on some Juice for what, a year and a half, however
I
long.
see the muscles coming in. Look at you.
Love you, Liv.
Fuck, what? Why? Why?
I'm doing it for her. Right, squad. Life.
Okay. Like after this show.
We
we're
have to
going-
record another
No, we're going to have a chat.
show. Hmm.
You're not going to like it. I'm inviting your friends and your family,
So it'll just be me yelling, "I love Liv Morgan"
Mhm.
at the top of my lungs.
and I'm going to yell back at you. She's not a real person. She doesn't exist.
I know
Continue.
her real name.
So Juice,
But
which is it's like just look at this babyface baby.
yeah, man.
He looks like as a babyface can get. He's like it's so happy.
What's funny is, oh man, and I hate pulling this card,
What card?
but people talk about predictability being a problem. Well,
Okay.
how is this not predictable? What did I say at what you call it? Couple like on the show, I was like, looks like Juice is going to be the one,
Mm-hmm.
and look at that, Juice is the one, and it was still a great moment.
Yeah. Do you care any less about it?
No,
No, you like it more because you were able to be invested in it. You don't need everything to be a surprise. Sometimes a good story
Mhm.
with a good ending is a better story.
yeah,
Tell a story. A
Mhm.
story takes time to tell.
yeah.
So take
But
your time to tell the goddamn thing.
Juice comes out, man, he great.
Mhm.
All decked out in USA gear, looks great, looks the part, has a really good match with Jay White,
Uh-huh.
wins the US Championship, and it was a massive feel-good moment. And he cuts a promo afterwards. Yeah, everybody was talking about him running down NXT, and when I listened to it, it didn't seem as much that to me other than him just saying, I believed in me,
Uh-huh.
and I went out and I made myself a star, and he did. I don't see where that's running down NXT.
We saw Jinder do it. We saw McIntyre do it. Ain't nothing saying Juice can't do it too.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even have to do it there because he's a damn champion in New Japan. And guess what? He might be happy there. He might like it there.
Yeah.
He might be very well taken care of there too. This may be the pinnacle, and that's not a bad pinnacle. Just because it isn't WWE doesn't mean you aren't successful.
Yeah. And I mean,
That means less and less these days.
when I think about, because I loved CJ Parker.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved that character.
Mhm.
It was just at the wrong time. because like when he was about to go out the door, like his last match on television was Owens. When Owens was coming in, when
That was
Owens
a
came
great
in,
intro.
yeah. Owens comes in. Zayn was on the rise.
Mhm.
You had Neville killing it.
Yeah.
Tommy was shortly behind that. Like he was gonna be lost in the shuffle if he would have just stayed. So I mean, this was a good thing.
Yeah.
And now he's U.S. champion in New
And,
Japan.
and
Only
you-
the third.
and you could see him, even if he's not the top contender, you could see him as one of those heavyweight contenders, dude.
Mhm. Yeah.
You have to take him seriously.
Mm-hmm.
What has the U.S. Championship meant? It went to Omega. He's very shortly thereafter the champion.
Yeah. That's some instant elevation.
Yeah,
Owns.
and it's up to whoever has it now what they're going to do with it.
Right.
Juice looks like a top star. This is late in the card, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this U.S. title could have very easily been a throwaway undercard thing.
Jay White could have retained, and it would have just been a thing.
And it would have been okay. And
Yeah.
you might have done something more long-term with it. I'm not saying that it was necessarily have been bad, but
You have a
Juice
guy.
looks like a goddamn star.
You have a guy who people care about. I
Mhm.
mean, the place exploded for him with the U.S. Championship when you have a couple dates coming up in the U.S. This was smart. Like he's the first American to hold the championship.
Technically,
first of
yes.
all.
Yes.
Not technically, definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, unless you want to say North American, but it's the U.S. It's the United States champion. He's the first United States.
Mhm.
Omega Canadian, Jay White Canadian, right?
No, I think Jay White was not Australia. I think he might have been New Zealand.
Oh,
Yeah, a little different. They're right near each other, though.
yes.
Oh, jeez.
I know everything there is to know about Jay White. The snooze fest. What was next? Juice Robinson wins.
Yeah.
Big.
So that brings us to the main event of Cody versus Kenny.
Kenny.
It's the best. Cody, dastardly son of a bitch, he's splintered the Bullet Club.
We talked about styles, and
It's psychology and storytelling, dude.
there's plenty of
this.
it here. Which,
We watched Cody make a full turn in the midst of a match.
yeah.
He went from dastardly, awful, evil, a manipulative, willing to use his own wife as a
Several times.
Yeah, she's great, by the way.
Yeah, she is.
She's fantastic. To at the end, kind of accepting his fate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you've defeated me, finish me, and
Yep.
it's like I'm just gonna take it because you're the better man. Gimme, and he got it.
Yep.
Yeah, One Wing Angel victory
Yeah.
complete, and I'm glazing over it in like an 85-minute match, but
Yeah.
still, I think it's more important than just the storytelling of it. Cody goes from this irredeemable a-hole to a person who realizes he's wrong and tries to kind of make up for it and like take ownership of his wrongdoings and admit his faults almost.
If you
And take
lose-
responsibility.
If you lose a handful of those undercard matches,
Uh-huh.
I love this match.
Got tired?
I was exhausted.
Well, I mean that's the pacing of New Japan
It is.
matches and shows.
That's two
Long
straight cards
with
where
a
it
lot
happened.
of stuff.
Yeah. Destruction, was that the last one? I don't
I
know
don't
why
remember.
I can't remember. But yeah, that's two straight New Japan show. Well, I guess three because I watched Wrestle Kingdom as
Mhm.
well. So
Wrestle Kingdom should tire you out.
yeah,
You should get to the end of it and be like, oh my god.
it's over. Thank
Okay,
God.
cool.
But
Well,
I
not
mean,
thank God, but like, all right, bed. This is all I've done today is watch Japanese wrestling. Cool.
it just was like, okay, I'm done with this. Now I will say this: this is the best Cody match I've seen since his departure from WWE. Now I'm not saying it's the best one he's had.
Mhm.
It's the best one I've seen. It was definitely a main event, and he was definitely elevated being in the ring with Omega, even though he is at least at worst as good as Omega.
Uh-huh.
He hasn't shown it until right there, which comes in handy because he had to show that Omega was the better man, but like he stood toe to toe with him the entire night.
And that was the Omega promo after the thing was, Cody was a valiant opponent, and he yeah, a reconciliation, not necessarily a reconciliation, but
Not there.
a
A nod of approval.
a
I see
respect.
you. Yeah.
Respect between the two. Even the dastardly
I see
underhanded
you
stuff.
live.
Each
I
of
respect you.
he does actually, which is that's not even I'm not even like you know speaking on behalf of my dude here, but like he does. This is fact. I'm slipping into a half-assed Christopher Walken for some. He does.
No.
No. It's only half-ass. You only get 50%. Yeah. Did you just? Are you a frog? What was that?
Oh, Mum.
Okay.
I don't care.
So you get the
Got a lot of
promo
nerve
after the
asking me
match.
for a banana.
Up on the ramp, the Golden Elite celebrating
Yeah.
as
Nice little too sweet.
fantastic. What a feel good oh my
You
God.
talk about predictability. For some reason, the Tongans come out.
They tell that show. They've told that story since the very beginning of the show, the first entrance of the night through now. And for ages they've been telling the Tamatonga story.
Yeah. And
Because he's magnanimous, this motherfucker.
they, they
Character.
they embrace, and then they do a group 2 suite. They separate and let the Golden Elite take the front center stage. You guys have it, and they're raising their hands. Oh man, we great! And then oh god, destruction.
Beat them, take them down to the ring, lay them out. And it's like Omega and one of the Bucks were like holding hands almost.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's adorable. As they take a beating.
Again, it bums me out because at this point, like, I just wanted the show to be over. And it's like
you're giving me development and you're making me care.
about 30, 40 minutes ago, I would have been like, oh my god, this is great.
Haku's a madman. And then
What's he doing? What's
then-
with him?
Cody comes out there.
Yeah.
And he's going to lay Omega out because guess what? You just beat
It
me.
ain't over.
And oh no, takes a swing at Tamatonga.
Yeah.
The low one in the thing. And then he goes to swing. And Haku grabs a goddamn chair from him. And then he gets laid out by
Destroyed.
the Tongans as well.
Everybody
He stood
destroyed.
up for what's right.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, at the end of the show, which lasted a day, so at the end of the day, Cody tried to stand up for what's right when it wasn't easy, and got laid out, and that ends the show. Now you're supposed to hate on Tamatonga because the Tongans have gone wild.
Yeah.
The Tongans have gone wild Samoan on you, and
The firing squad.
the firing squad,
Firing squad BC. Dig it.
dig it.
Dig it.
Yeah. And
Well,
this
what's
all led into another episode of, and this has become not just a companion piece, but a necessary element of following the Bullet Club story, being the Elite, a like 16, 17 minute magnum opus. I don't know what those words mean. It was good, of explaining the aftermath of what happened, and Hangman Page being crazy, Marty Scurll stalking on Chris Jericho, all fun and games, right? It gets to the end, and there's the Bullet Club eating, recuperating directly after the events of the evening. It's Cody, the Bucks, Hangman Page is there. They're all very somber, and then and they're eating awful food. This is, I don't know why I like seeing fit people eat bad food. It makes me happy in a way. Cody comes in and he's looking a little somber, but also not necessarily hat in hand, but wanting to make peace. Kenny moves over to the couch, offers him a seat. Cody comes and sits down. Then Kenny offers him what I believe might have been Bojangles. And Cody takes the food and eats it. And sharing a meal. Just nothing says coming together quite like a family dinner.
of Bojangles.
Of Bojangles. And then Cody says, how do we make these MFers pay? Which is the most loving thing one can say in such a moment. And then he says my favorite line that I think I've ever heard in anything ever. And what the hell is Haku's problem? Or something along those lines. and someone says, yeah, man. And then Hangman Page chimes in with, he's a real piece of shit. It's like, what? He's going hard on Haku, man. Good Lord. Cody back in the fold. Kenny back seemingly in the leadership. Wonderful story being told. Long form story, form story, match story, all coming together in a wonderful story. And you're here waiting for, hey, what's going to happen with these crazy Tongans next? Yes. I think he was Ecuadorian. It's different.
Possibly.
Right near New Zealand, Justin. Justin's only bad at geography because I taught him everything I know.
Thanks.
And that ain't much, really. Oh, goodness gracious.
I mean,
hell of a show.
it was. It was. I hate
get that
complaining about the
you're
length,
tired.
but like, it was just like, okay, come on. And I mean,
The fact that that's your like one complaint, that's not the worst complaint to have, man.
no, and that'll be my complaint Sunday with Extreme Rules.
It
but,
will be your complaint Sunday, yes.
but
I'm going to work a 12-hour shift and then go watch that.
So-
I'm going to be so tired and hate wrestling at the end of this.
it's true.
Okay.
So, do you want to get into a couple news bits? We may trim the show a little short.
I would kind of like that so we can get to the other show.
Yeah, I gotta go get a thing to charge my phone too.
I'm with you on that, man.
So
yeah, you want to run down some the little extra stuff? They're kind of telling us we got to go.
yeah.
So let's get into the little tidbits, the little notes we've passed back and forth. Do you like me? Check yes or no. You check no. You gave it back.
Yeah, you.
Well, you don't like me.
Of course,
That's
the
whatever, man.
the day of the show, I don't talk to you for 6 days,
Mhm.
and then suddenly here he is with
Here's some notes. I threw some stuff in there.
yeah today.
I'm trying to work. I'm trying to do some work, man. I'm doing some work. Working.
See, we did this one with the in-ring styles.
Mhm.
Du-du-du.
Brock? When the hell is Brock fighting?
Well, in the UFC in January.
What?
Yeah,
Wait. Universal freaking champion?
yeah. I don't know that it's such a bad thing. I mean, I wish he would be there at some pay-per-views.
I say we just I think they're onto something brilliant, Justin. I say we just ignore it and act like it never happened.
I'm also not convinced that
I'd be cool with that, man.
I'm not convinced he's not going to beat DC and then bring that UFC championship to WWE. I mean, that's a big spot. He's going to bring that Universal Championship to UFC. And even if he doesn't actually have it, which I wouldn't doubt that he does, even if he
I
doesn't,
don't know where that line is anymore, man. There was a time when WWE would be like, "You're not allowed to go anywhere near that event. Stay out of that city."
yeah.
Now it's get in that ring. Do us proud, you big ugly monster.
So I mean, okay, so there's a couple ways this happens. He loses the Universal Championship, and now suddenly it's a bigger deal because we just saw him challenge DC in the ring.
Also, this is maybe some of the best wrestling promos I've seen in a long time.
Everybody's smiling because they're about to get mad paid.
What's up?
Yeah.
Hi. I can't wait till we hurt each other. It's going to be so good. That's how I approach relationships, Justin.
Brock just comes in and calls everybody motherfuckers and pieces of shit.
What?
And
Who do
then
you think
throws a
you
mic.
are? In the Alpha Club? What are you, Jericho in Japan? just cursing Jericho makes me happy, by the way. Other news? Or more, you got more Brock stuff?
Well,
Okay, I'm sorry. I got excited, sir.
I saw Tessa Blanchard becomes the Phoenix Arise champion,
And in the same week, she's signing a long-term contract with Impact.
which makes me wonder.
Maybe a little crossover stuff. Maybe a little.
Well, that'll absolutely happen because
Good for Impact.
the stink seems to officially be off of Impact.
Yeah.
It seems to. I still haven't watched the show, so I mean, what does that really say? But like, I don't get grossed out when I hear about Impact anymore. Like there was a
That's-
time where I was just like, "Oh, go away."
That's an amazing statement to be able to make.
Yeah,
To be able to rehab your image from, not only do I want to not watch you, I hope you go away, kinda,
Yeah.
a little bit. I don't want anyone to lose their job, but if they close the shop, I'd be like, cool. I can't wait to see these people anywhere else.
yeah. I did watch a segment
Mhm.
with LAX, like Conan, gets turned on by the old LAX,
okay.
and one of the members of the new LAX turned on Conan and the other members of LAX. current LAX.
Okay.
So, I mean, it wasn't some amazing segment, but
Did you get some basic, coherent, competent storytelling?
here's what I liked about it.
Okay.
To that point, I didn't feel like. Oftentimes, when I used to watch Impact, it felt just so disjointed. Number
Yeah.
one, and like you had to watch everything to know where they were,
And then you don't care.
and then you don't care.
Yeah.
I felt like, did it make me want to watch the show? No, not necessarily, but like I felt like it didn't feel so convoluted that I had to watch every week. Like I could hop back in and understand where everything is.
Mhm.
That's all I ask for out of Impact right now because I don't have a lot of time for it.
Keep it basic, and make it inviting.
Yeah.
Make it accessible.
Yes.
And
that's what it was.
that's not a hard thing to do, but it's something simple that gets overlooked. When you try to be too complicated, try to be bigger than you are, sometimes stepping back and just being very simple. This guy doesn't like this guy, and they're going to fight now.
I had no idea where
Amazing.
LAX was at
Taylor's
all.
old as time.
And I only knew Conan. He was the only person I knew in the ring. I still watched the entire segment. I still understood what happened.
Right.
Simple.
Good.
I mean, I'm this close to watching.
But no, you'd still rather watch old Nitros.
I haven't watched that in months. I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT,
Grand Theft
and now
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, New Japan.
Dig it.
Uh,
I don't necessarily want to go into that topic. That might be a bigger topic somewhere else. Self-promotion, getting yourself over. But
yeah, maybe.
something that popped out this week, somebody linked it somewhere, Dalton Castle.
Mhm.
We love Dalton Castle.
Yes.
Over the top. He's a goddamn human peacock. He has a YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and he put out a video. It was more of a documentary type video called "I Have Boys,"
He does.
and it's the care
Feed
and
boys.
feeding, the problems you have when taking care of boys. When you have boys, the benefits of them, the care and feeding. He's chasing them around.
Boys.
He's finding them. They get skittish and they hide. You have to go find them. The feeding of them, he put gummy worms in his mouth and spit them in their mouths. And I was like, oh, for Christ's sake.
Boys.
And then his one other little thing, and it's like, they're very helpful and handy, though. Sometimes when you need something, you just tell them, and they help. He points to a chair. I need that. And then it pans away and pans back, and the boys are in like a chair formation with one of them like this for the arms, and the other one's like kneeling over. It's like, this is stupid. Look at this.
Boys.
Look at Dalton Castle putting himself first. Him and the boys, mind you.
Boys.
And you know what?
Wish I had that drop.
Have I watched ROH lately? No. Have I watched something with Dalton Castle in it? I have.
Boys.
He has boys. He has boys. Okay, but surgeries and stuff. Oh yeah, the tweet from Goldust. My dancing days are over. I really wanted to team up with Breezango. I wonder if Fandango will let me dance with a walker. Gimpy 1 and Gimpy 2. Feel better, old friend. We got this. Hashtag keep stepping. So I almost feel like that's a wonderful thing that the two of them are able to go down there for surgeries together
Yeah.
and kind of hang out and comfort each other and just. I imagine that has to be one of the loneliest experiences. You've been on the road and you're surrounded with this crew of people.
Mhm.
You've got your road relationships, and then you're on the shelf in your home. If you got a family, that can be cool. Sometimes that can be the worst thing. Sometimes you have a better relationship with the family if you're not around them. You got 6 months, you're going to be sitting at the house, maybe doing rehab, but you're stuck. And to have somebody go through that with, or at least sympathize with that, or at least having the outlet of Twitter with Fandango even said, it's so nice to have so many nice tweets from people and people reaching out and stuff. And it's like, aw. It's nice to see him getting that support and potentially someone going through it. One of my favorites from back in the day, women's wrestling. Caitlyn coming back, first name announced for the second Mae Young Classic.
Nice.
I always liked Caitlyn. I thought she was great.
She is part of the reason I started really caring about women's wrestling and that story with AJ.
Mhm.
And actually, I always point to
I always looked at them as the only two wrestlers at that time.
Yeah.
We still had like other ones hanging around, but they were like the top of the heap. And if those two went back and forth forever, so be it.
Payback of whatever year that was, 2012, 2013, whatever it was, Caitlyn versus AJ when AJ won the championship the first time. That was my favorite match that night.
Yeah.
And they only had like maybe 8 to 10 minutes because, I mean,
It was a women's match at that time.
at that time. But to me, it was like, okay, so I've invested in these two. I loved AJ, man.
Everybody did, man.
She was my in, and there was nothing better than her and Caitlyn at that time.
Yeah.
They were just the two of them were the best.
They had
together.
story and they had philosophy, and it was great.
Mhm.
I'm very excited to see Caitlyn back. She's one of those ones I thought, oh man, they'll never get her to come back.
Well, I remember she was on JR's pod a year and a half ago, maybe, and she actually last year we talked about it. She was training down in at the Performance Center, so I
Oh.
knew that it was a possibility.
It was creeping in her head.
Yeah.
I got a feeling those doors are kind of always open to anybody that's
Now,
been
especially
wrestling
now
in the
they
past.
have the PC.
It's coming in.
5 years of the PC, by the way.
Come and share your knowledge
Yeah.
and get a taste. Get a taste.
And I mean, if you want to come back, I'm not saying
like I saw them tempting Shawn Michaels. Like, no, just it's NXT. You know, the kids are here. Come teach the kids. Come roll around the ring. Have a fight. Ab off.
you got one more.
You're
in you,
just
don't
being
you?
silly. You're just being silly. Put on the sexy boy tights. Get in the ring. God damn it.
Sing your theme again.
Hey, you want me to keep throwing garbage out? Because I threw all the garbage in here.
Yeah.
Look who's got his own shirt.
Yeah.
Look who's got his own shirt.
Shut up, Nathan.
Corey Graves has his own shirt. On the back, first of all, they have to put garbage on the back because they do that. Just says Corey Graves. Okay. But on the front, I sent that link out and people said, it looks like Abe Lincoln. It doesn't look like Abe Lincoln. He has a headset and a young man's haircut. And it just says,
A young man's haircut.
shut up, Saxton. And you know what? I hope Saxton gets like $1 out of each shirt because that's so good.
Got a young man's haircut in my mind.
No, we're doing Veruca Salt, not bottles and cans. My favorite thing on Twitter lately, he who must not be named, Ciampa. Some of the best, excuse the language, some of the best shit talking I've ever seen.
He great.
Aleister Black has been kind of on the back burner for me, even as the champion. Enjoy him; he's very good. The matches have been great, but I haven't been invested in the story as much of Aleister Black. But Ciampa just going right in on him, man. Good Lord, just some of the meanest, most awful stuff you could say, and still actually be employed in the company. I think. Just he's an evil, vile man. And he's being evil to Aleister Black, and that's making Aleister Black sympathetic. I kind of want to see Ciampa get kicked in the face and his jaw potentially broken. I don't usually wish that on people. Terrible. Usually. Kind of hope you get kicked in the face, Justin.
Sorry. Well, guess we're going to have to be out of focus for this last couple minutes. I can't fix it for some reason. So.
For Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Last bit of news, Justin.
Mm-hmm. Is this like last bit?
This is the last that I have, unless you got some more.
I don't think so. Hold on. I think it's this one. Let's guess.
They're telling us we gotta go. Oh my God! It's before we leave. Tyson Kidd's 38th birthday. Tyson Kidd's birthday, who has
Same age
become
as Tyson Kidd?
What's that?
I'm the same age as Tyson Kidd.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was just feeling good about myself. I saw the shirt fits
Hey,
way better
hey.
than when I got it.
Worse is when they're all younger than you, and you realize that, and you're like, oh, I'm watching children playing. Grown men talking about wrestling. Tyson Kidd, 38, quickly becoming an amazing producer.
Yeah.
I feel bad doing the bit now. That's all. Happy birthday. Get well soon, probably.
Probably not.
Got an update.
Did Natty buy any more cats?
Did Natty buy any more cats, Matt? She's got a couple coming. How's TJ?
How's TJ? Oh, jeez.
Maybe we don't say he's injured.
Injured.
Not broken. We don't say
Injured.
that. We don't say that. I hope that didn't get picked up on mic. I already feel bad. I don't need to feel that bad.
Injured.
Good Christ, they're telling us we gotta go.
I think this is the right one.
Hit it. You know it is. Trust your instincts, Justin. They're always right every single time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yep.
A little dog?
Hey, everybody, we're #Wrestlepals. like us, like we do. Visit the pages. Come visit us. Say hi to Just Justin. Facebook.com/WrestlepalsVA.
I just
Or
gotta say, like, if you say hi to us and it's me talking back to you, don't feel bad that it's not Nathan because he didn't say hi to me.
hi.
Well, during the show,
Oh,
sure.
yeah, that's I forget the caveat. If you want to get in touch with the show, though, Twitter, a very interactive place. At WrestlepalsVA. Reach out. Or just put the hashtag WrestlePals on literally any form of social media. He will find it. Yes, that does include towel. I guess. Is that still a thing? Vine? Is that hashtag WrestlePals on? No, okay. Fine. But if you want to hear the show elsewhere, if you don't like the Facebook Live, first of all, that's the place. Jump in there. That's the chat we like the most.
It's
Jump in there,
easiest to
chat,
keep
and,
up with, yeah.
and you know what? We try to be as interactive as possible. We try to stay on topic. That's hard enough. But feel free to try to distract us with whatever you want, because we will go there.
Yep.
It's usually me, and then he tries to rein me back in. It's terrible. See if you can make us come to blows. We're grown men
Yep.
watching wrestling. Facebook.com/WrestlepalsVA. Or if you don't like that, you want to get it after the fact, YouTube. Go there, search for hashtag WrestlePals to get in our entire back catalog, see how wrong we are, not just week to week, but year to year. Also, iTunes, repository for all of your podcast needs. Go there. If you can only do the audio format, you can't stand looking at our dopey faces. We understand.
Yeah.
iTunes, search for hashtag WrestlePals. Also, we're on the Stitcher. Spotify someday. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Are we on Spotify?
No.
No, you're on
Just a hashtag commitment.
hashtag commitment.
I'm on some hashtag commitment.
Yep.
Her kicks are fire.
Now, if you want to yell at him for his awful addiction, at the Hulkster on Twitter is the place to get him. At the Hulkster. Get on there, tell him he's got a problem, watch him obsess over a fictional character. I swear to, she's not real. She's not real. But, that's on you, man. If you want to get in...
No, it's something good when you flip the phone over.
If you want to get in touch with me, don't. You'll have to track me down.
Blam.
And even
Tweet
then,
it.
I will avoid you. I'm sorry. I have a problem.
I'm gonna show up at your house.
It isn't. You have.
gonna.
It isn't like I'm trying. I can't do it. But if you like seeing me be manically insane, at the Nate Project on Twitter, go ahead. See what happens. You're gonna ruin my day. Enjoy. I do, kind of in a weird way, but I'm a masochist, I think. I just need to admit it. Take the hits. Enjoy it. Hey, everybody. We're hashtag WrestlePals. Also, don't forget. Why am I forgetting the most important part? Patreon.com/OhHiJustin, man. Throw some cash behind this crazy man, this mad scientist of an individual. He's doing some wacky stuff, including the show. Including this show, baby. I'm sorry.
Share, baby, share.
Yes. $1. Maybe $5.
Lay on the side of the pool.
Don't stop the quoting right there. Patreon.com/OhHiJustin. Keep this show running. Keep Deprogrammed running, which is an amazing show. I'm about to be on the damn thing. That one might not be as good, but the rest of them, fantastic. So you get the Oh Hi Justin pod coming soon. Hashtag these ghouls. You're gonna want in on that ground floor. Just trust me on this.
Do the thing.
And I know. They're telling us we gotta go. The other one.
Yes.
Oh, goddamn hashtag WrestlePals.
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog bit me in the spare rib. And I'll take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know who you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal